Hey there, folks, and welcome back to Wildermyth. I hope you're all doing well today. It is a new day for me, and if you've been following the saga of my AC unit being out of order, it is finally fixed, which is excellent. Finally, I can chill in my room upstairs with my computer and not overheat at 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a good thing, truly. So, nice and chill, I have my water, I'm good to go, got enough time that I feel comfortable playing a couple episodes of this, hopefully don't die horribly. It's a good day, I'm ready for some Wildermyth. Just to remind y'all what we're doing here in case this is your first time. Hello, you are joining us in the middle of a campaign. You should go watch the other episodes. But if you want to start here, what we're doing is we're playing the Eluna and the Moth campaign, the pre-made campaign at that, on Walking Lunch, the hardest difficulty, with the carved in stone modifier, which means that I cannot reload if I make a critical mistake and throw the run for something stupid. Additionally, we are playing on the recommended number of calamities, which means that not holding any punches there. So we did clear chapter 2 at least and made some good progress on that. It wasn't too bad, so I think we haven't hit any of the really crazy difficult things in this campaign yet, but we are in chapter 3 and we have to follow our friend Madwing because he decided to go save a lady from his dreams. So that's exciting. Now, before I get too deep into what my strategy is probably going to be here, if you enjoy Wildermyth and do not hate my playthroughs, consider subscribing, liking the video, and leaving a comment. Particularly, I'm just giving you an update. I will be playing through all these campaigns, at least one playthrough of them, hopefully all wins, but you never know, I could get sniped out. Some of these have been really close, and I will be playing all of those and then reevaluating after that, pretty much, is where I'm at. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now, let's talk strategy for a moment. I have 7 legacy points. Now, I do have 5 people in my party, so there's that. I could relegate one of the brothers to the bench. He could just be working on, I don't know, building things, defending areas and stuff. My hope is that I'm going to go up here to Blue Cook Spruces. Maybe there's a combat here. If I can get one more legacy point, I'm guaranteed to be able to recruit a myth walker up here at Trusty Found, which would be ideal. I know there's Gorgons here. I don't know anything about these areas. They might just be dead. On the one hand, there's not a rush in this. We're not being forced to charge ahead blindly. But on the other, I don't want to invite more calamities, and I certainly don't want to defend against too many incursions. So I'm probably going to hustle a bit. Let's see, there's no pre-built bridge on anything here. Yeah, so we're going to have to build a bridge. So I'm suspecting it's here. If we get the combat, we go up here and we set up we pick up the legacy hero. Then I build a bridge here, clear out this area, and move in for the kill. Now, if I don't sit at combat in this tile up here, I'm just going to go up here, do this, and then come back and recruit before moving on. And we'll kind of see how that goes. That should be good. And that'll put me ahead on legacy point spending and on dealing with enemies. So we will be really strong if I pick up someone like Pallid Free or something versatile. A Fiera would be really good here, or just another Mystic to replace one of the chumps that I have right now. So that's what we're doing, and let's see what we hit. Hopefully it's good. Library of Light. Huh. An opportunity quest is really interesting here, actually, because that does level him up, and he's the one I was thinking of keeping. Sure, that changes my plans a little bit, but let's see what we get. Library of Light. Reading is an escape for some. For Freyland, it represents other lives he can freely live. There's no need to be seen or heard. He can smile without smiling for others. The resinous candlelight sticks to his cheeks. Digging up this library walled away inside a ruin, there was no question where he would spend the winter. Unfortunately, he's fallen into a rut of reading he can't climb out of. More of the same. There's those eyes again, never unlike the ocean. And that chiseled jaw. Always his strapping chest, his eyes like the ocean. Hello, Freyland. You'd want to see this. Another grizzled veteran showed up. Seriously? For once, can we have a veteran that's not grizzled? Alistair's like, what the hell's going on? Oh, Alistair, I was reading. I'll take your word for it. It all just sounds the same. How can I keep reading the same words over and over again and not go crazy? Freyland reshelves the offending novel. Maybe stop reading. Well, what do you suggest? I stop reading? Interesting. Anyway, I was nosing around in here the other day, and look what I found. Saving the little book from a damaging fall, he glares at Alistair and then opens to the marked page. Huh, this is just a map. To the Library of Light? It's fake, it must be. Even I know it's just a story. But think about it, it's been among these sealed shelves. Who walled it in here, and what did they know? We go off and explore. Yep, let's do it. Alright. We will... Alright, let's go and pause. Jade, don't go killing yourself here. You're going to prepare a defense to T2. And don't go get annihilated. Alright, yeah, this moves ahead. Alright, Library of Light. There's no correct version of the story, but that's why it's fun. According to most tellings, the Library of Light was carved whole, shaped from a single limb that fell off the Tree of Stars. Most say the water-song sorcerer, Rivdo's son, brought the library into being. Some storytellers have it that he beguiled a great goddess and tricked her into performing the labors, then bound her in a wine flask and cast it out upon the eternal sea. One version has him drinking Molnish mead in literally every scene. I suspect advertisers are behind that one. There's the one where he visits the spirit realm. I don't remember why. I don't think anything happens. Maybe he just wanted to visit. Honestly, it was his name that first intrigued me. Rivdo's son. There's a mystery there, right? Of course, half of history never happened, so... His name and his deeds that went with it might be one more easy fiction. If the library is real, though... Can you imagine it? A limitless and ever-growing trove of books. Every volume that's ever been written, every scroll, every epic. Alistair thinks for a moment. They'll arrive the next day. How should they spend the night? Interesting. I wonder what this changes. They could either talk to each other, which is mildly interesting, or they can pensively gaze at the stars. Kind of a weird one. I don't know if this maybe influences the following combat, or what. It probably does. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care if they're friends or not, though, so I'm going to skip out on the fire and conversation. I want to see what the pensive stargazing does. Let's click that. Just thinking about my youth. Are you going to wander off? The stars get swept away in clouds, but there's a momentous feeling in the air, in the minds of Freyland and Alistair, that gives them dreams and wakes them with purpose. In the morning, they'll reach their goal, and find it guarded. Oh, we get a legacy point. Oh, that's actually really good, right? 8 legacy points? Okay. Stunt chance doubled. Hill Guardian? I have to kill a Hill Guardian, huh? Well, that shouldn't be a problem. We're just gonna pull it. Oh, but this is actually excellent, right? Hold up. Let me think for a moment. I can wild grasp it to this position. So if I go here. Yeah, check this. I can set that up. She has an even bigger range. This is gonna be good. Hold up. This is a little unfair for the poor guardian buddy. Oh, of course he blocked it. It's fine. He'll have to walk and get punched. Yeah, he just gives up on fighting. You know what? Respect. Respect, truly. We're just gonna punch you in the head and kill you. That's fine. This poor hill guardian did not stand a chance against my Mythwalker warriors. Alright, that should be a double level up. One from the event and one from this. Vigor Flow and Indignance? You have Spirit Blade? Interesting. I don't see him taking Vigor Flow, but Indignance is okay. Huh. It's not bad. Sure, it's something. I'll take it. Some health. Ooh, a lot of HP on our friends. Putting it on Balabeth is smart. It gives her an extra 1, puts her over threshold. It works on Jade too, but I don't really care that much about that. Okay, fine. We make a good team, Freyland. It's too bad you're not a woman. What do you mean? No, it's nothing. Oh. I said it's nothing. Rivdo's son rather famously recorded that there were 2 ways a traveler would be able to locate this library. One is you turn yourself into a Vagrant beast, the creature who so loves to devour lies. That many books would give off a great ripe aroma like, well, I don't know, Mount Bacon. A mountain made of bacon. Excellent. What is the second way? Just how big it is. The interior of the library is a symphony of sunlight playing for a frozen ballet of crammed shelves. The air is so fresh, but so old. Every space is crowded with volumes. Don't get lost. We'll never find our way out. I never thought I'd have this feeling. I'm doubting my own eyes. Worried I'm dreaming. Could you even dream this? They look at each other. The library was a dream. That's how it began. Why I studied magic all my life. Same as every magician. I wanted to make my dreams real. I didn't understand then. When dreams come true, the dreamer loses purpose, or he begins to dream of other things. Just ask my husband. The library was a dream, and that's what it must remain. Those who leave it will never find their way back. Interesting. Many days later. Freyland. We need to leave, Alistair. No, we need to leave. Oh. Something I realized, I guess. I'm not sure when. A long time ago, maybe. Grand times I've spent with books. Times I was alone with a novel and a window and a rainstorm. I'm glad we came here. Glad we found it. Saw it all. I've always been afraid to write my own stories. Afraid they'd end up nowhere and matter to no one. Oh, he's pensive. But I think that could be the next dream for me. He stares at a fire. Freyland, what if you can't go back? He looks serious. In stories, isn't that the rule? That you can only visit it once? He looks down. You know, I've been reading since I was small. Books by heroes and half-crazies. Fiction of all kind and quality. What I'm thinking now is, it's time I start putting life into my own words. Very well, friend. Very well. I can get the compulsion. Kind of an interesting one here, right? With the indignance. It gives him some value there. I will take the compulsion, actually. Yeah, sure. That sounds fun. And now, with 8 legacy points, I don't even have to care about this one. Let's look at who we have. Recruit from Legacy. Oh, interesting. We do get a Mystic. Mockbeeg. This fellow's interesting. He's Gem Mystic who uses a sword. Indignance is his game. He's actually not that impressive. And then Unremembered, my Skeleton Hunter, who is pretty much the same as Jade, actually. Interesting. I'm not really feeling those, huh? I don't feel like they add a lot to the party, honestly. So, okay. Let's scout ahead then. Let's skip out on this and... Oh, the gambler. One of the forest trails dribbles into swamp, disappearing among pools and rooty trunks. Dragonflies garble the air with their wings and whirs. We shouldn't have to scout places like this. Whatever's lurking here is probably just too incompetent to escape. You're someone who thinks deeply, aren't you? Does it help or hinder your courage? What? Dangerous to sneak up on folks. Oh, don't be like that. I'm not even armed. My name's Hunlop Duntank. Some there call me the Lucky Hunlop, or the Gold Shadow Man. Some, however, just call me the Gambler. A lot of names for someone to carry around. They can be awful heavy on a person, names like those. Is that why I'm finding you in a place like this? You're getting away from the world? No, I've got a family to hurry back to. It's not a dangerous marsh, and so it's the straightest line. Hunlop produces a small box, banded in bright brass. Behold! He sets it on a stone. A chance meeting reminds us that chances are fleeting. Here's a little betting box. How about two strangers wager together in the wet marsh? The game is guessing what's inside. And your word is your wager. You'll pay what you say. I don't really want to ditch one of her trinkets in a failed chance. Precious materials would be nice, but I don't want to lose precious materials if I fail. And the essence of life itself is terrifying. I mean, it is bonus HP, but she's already durable enough. I'd rather not risk some of her stats here. She would lose a whole HP point for the rest of the campaign. It's not worth it. I mean, 70% is a pretty decent chance for a trinket. I'll take it. What could I lose off of her? It always comes off of her, too. I guess it would take her pauldron or her shield. Interesting. I mean, it's worth a try. Let's try it. A trinket, you say? Or some worn article, like my pauldron of faith here. Ah, okay, good. She's gambling her shoulders. Open it, then. Jade flicks the lid open and spies the small treasure nestled inside. Truly an extraordinary guess. I am tough to fool. Sure you want to part with it? Hey, you wagered and won. That's rules. Also, it wasn't something I cherished. Won it in trust he found, off of a local legend, betting whether someone in the tavern could recite a certain old poem. Hey, what's your name? Did you say it? Jade Pendragon. What was the poem? I don't know, and no one else did either. Fare you well, Jade Pendragon. May fortunes find us on a drinking bench someday. Sick. Bonus damage 0.5. That's exactly what I want. Yeah, alright, cool. What does this give? Hides and spell threads. What do I need? Hide. I'll take spell threads. I need those pretty badly. Okay. Let's do it. I don't need to spend all that anymore. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I don't need to worry too much about this stuff. Let's see. Invasion is probably coming from one of these locations. I'll definitely get hit with one. It's fine. I could spend some of these legacy points now. I don't mind anymore. Which means I can... Yeah, I'll take 2 off of this Thrixl. The rest are whatever. Sure. I will get an invasion. Yeah, double invasion. It's unfortunate, but it will just have to do. Move forward now. Scattered. What's there? Got a cold campfire. Built, but it never burned. Seems like a place Madwing would choose. There's that creek we passed. There's this climbable pine. Any insight? If it's his, at least we know he's alive. He should have scattered it, even if he had to leave suddenly. If he built it at all, I don't know. Something isn't right. Something hasn't been right. I guess we just hope we find him soon. Oh, what's his voice again? They really don't see it. And they'll never be able to. Come on, Madwing. This place is dangerous for us both. They leave. Oh, interesting. Alright, well, I will take this location by storm. I'll fight these folk. Yeah. Alright. Out of the rain. Let's see. Pouring out there, and lightning. You were right. Stormy, he says. Unfortunately, not unexpected, was it? The way to Zigusha shop follows dead roads, long washed to chalkstone, wheel scars, and memory. The uneven fields beyond this gorge get swampy, especially in fall. They water around the elbows of Mirrortimber like soaked blankets. Got this little cave, though. Someone's hungry for an adventure. It's a curiosity. I don't remember it being here. On a forceful gust, the rain comes chasing them. The rocks slicken, fragrant and dark. Rain is liable to start a rock slide. Don't you think we're better off in cover? It's only a little... Oh, wait. How far back does this go? Goes further. Hold up for a bit. No animal smell. As they stop out of the rain, a crack. A crackle rumble. The world gives a tectonic shudder, and from outside, obliterating the rain noise, comes the clatter smash of dropping rocks. Oop, rock slide. It's no time before they're buried in darkness, listening to the earth grumble and turn over. As things calm, gritty dust stings the eyes, stuffs the nose, smelling of fresh split stone. Alright, you guys dead? The power of the sky always humbles us. Only on the inside. Maybe. Luckily, the lantern's not dead or wet. We're taking a longer look, I guess. Hey, is this worked stone? Yeah. Yeah, the way forks. We have stairs here. Oh, perfect. And this looks random, but some other passage. Cold draft from there. Very cold. If there's stairs, then a warm hand once carved them. I find that comforting. Careful. Look under enough rocks and you will find a snake. Leave all stones where they're stuck and you'll never make a trail. Interesting. I think we can take the stairs here. There's no reason not to. I don't think there's any particular benefit one way or the other. I know what happens here, right? Middle is Winter Chill, or Winterlock, whatever that fellow is. And at best you get a shield out of it, but no one would use it. So okay. Taking the Ancient Stairs gives you... You take some damage, but you actually get a book. The book is also useless. We could just leave. I don't think either of these are good, and they pose risk, right? We take damage or get punished on the next combat. Yeah. Certainly, I think Winterlock is maybe the best if I had a fire chicken or a fire mage somewhere, but I don't. And Tenacity's not particularly high on anyone in this group. Yeah, it's pretty middling, actually. Which means that means they would fail pretty comfortably here. Charisma is high, though. Charisma is high. What would I get out of this? A shield I don't want? I would never replace Jade's shield here, because it puts her over a damage threshold, and then I guess I would salvage it for an ingot. Maybe it's a spell thread. I don't know, this doesn't really add a lot. We're just going to clear out the entrance and move on. I don't want to take these risks, and I don't think they add enough for me here. So let's leave. Come on, we clear the rubble, maybe we'll be back here. I thought the appeal of secret caves was universal. Pulling and digging at the rock, they're able to move it, little by little. Hey, I'm finding some good ore in this rockfall. Look for it, we could use it. They tug stones and soggy earth away. Braylon forms brief bonds with broken slabs, stabilizing them, helping to shift them. As they go, they pluck valuable minerals from the pile. And they get out. It looks clear. The storm is running west. As their eyes adjust, they assemble above the sodden fields that lead to Zigusia's shop. And now the time to make a crossing, I think, while the weather is clear. Balabeth wanted to check out those other tunnels. That's fine, it's true. We won't have light for much longer, or this lapse in the rain. We'll be back this way, I suppose. And though they intend to return, the idea of recrossing sloshing fields to delve into this collapse-prone cave fails to inspire much enthusiasm. Seasons pass, storms crash and calm, and none of them ever finds the buried crossroads again. But we get 2 ingots, so it's not all lost. That's actually okay, I'm fine with that trait. Meanwhile we have 1,000,000 enemies in one here, which is just terrifying. Okay, let's see. I can get multiple hits. So here's the plan. I move... He Zealous leaps up, actually. Ooh, this is good. He Zealous leaps up. Swings into... Hold up. We're going to go over here, because I want to assassinate these two for sure. Well, there's no reason to rush. Move into position... Yeah. Let's work on this Kiniston, actually, I think. Now, if I... What do I have? Bone Lance... Splinter Blast, huh? Or a Shackle. I think the Splinter Blast is going to be the best here. Yep. Good crits. Yeah, that finishes this for sure. Ooh, we definitely kill this fellow now. So I think moving up actually is better. Yeah, that's good. Because it kills everything else. She moves up. Now that that's not blocking, she can now do a ton of damage to everything. Good crit. Good hits. Alright, I need to... Yeah, this is it, right? Yeah, we go here. We one-shot. We two-shot. And we weapon swap. And we three-shot. No need for heroism on that turn. Excellent. Great job. Let's advance. Get in position. Move folk up. Get back out our dagger and move up. She's doing so much more damage now that we have that bonus damage here. Balabeth cracks the door. Our friend Zealous leaps. What do we got? That's the Drathix. Good crit. He can take these hits. And Jade kills everything. Because that is what she does. Excellent job. Okay, now I can't deal with this Drathix necessarily. Not very easily. Ooh, Shark Trap is excellent. This is my solution. Yeah, we do this. Because this guy, he's going to want to walk down this pathway. Or maybe he has to go around. He might actually not be able to trample over that, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, let's send in Jade, who doesn't need to get far. We're going to split up folks a bit here. And that is intended. Because I'm worried a bit about Drathix's friend breathing poison on everyone. Yeah, he walked into it. The fool. The fool. That was exactly what I was hoping would happen. We'll steal fire here, for sure. I'm gonna kill that thing. Yeah, excellent. Jade should be able to annihilate it. Just get behind. Let's see, she's got 2 attacks. Heroism here. Yeah, we want to bonk. It's a good bonk. That gives the crit here. Excellent. And we should annihilate this friend. Great job, we win. Cool, no damage taken. Good job. Go team. Get some experience. It's going to take a lot of experience to level anyone up. Oh, interesting. It's the other armor type. Less armor, but more spell damage. It's pretty good. He doesn't benefit from it on Indignance, though. No one benefits from it here, either. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll salvage that for Fabric here. I don't think he wants that. Whispered Secrets. Another one bites the dust. You two done also? They have all fallen, never to rise again. We know. Who said that? Said what? You hearing things, Alistair? He looks angry. And then thinks about it. I guess it was nothing. I thought I was skewered for sure, but you stepped in. He thinks. We know what you did. No problem. You know I've got your back, sister. I will catch up with you. Are you okay, Alistair? What? Oh, yes. Yes, I'm good. I'll just be right back. We know what you did. You can't hide the truth forever. We know. We know. It is coming from this tree? Okay, you know. What are you going to do about it? The ground rumbles around the tree roots, and they start to rumble. From the moist earth, something gleaming emerges. What is this? It's a secret. You like secrets. Oh, only 70%. No one tells me what to do. See a tree of lame threats. Sheesh, there you are. So good of you to join us. I thought I heard something, but it was just a harmless breeze. We can go now. Try to keep up, will you? You can't hide it forever. Maybe, but not today. He escapes unchallenged. What is this? 2 spell threads. Interesting. I would like items. I feel like we don't have a lot of them. How faster is this? We do have Freyland, who 2.0s this. 28 days? I think that's worth it. Yeah, fine. Cool. Give me item. Yeah, speed plus 0.7 is big value. Who needs this the most? Definitely Balladbeth, because Alistair can now jump. Yeah. Sweet. Now, we will lose this location again, but it's fine. It's a-okay. Let's see, how far away are you? 2 days. Seems unlikely we're going to stop that. Let's hurry, I suppose. Yeah, they have arrived. I know. That's bad. Alright. Let's kill these Morthagi then. Here. Alright. Distant Thunder. What was the lady's name we're supposed to keep an eye out for? Ulmyth, I think. Ulmyth. From what I know of field folk, they normally spread themselves out over the landscape. They find each other when they want to be found. These aren't exactly normal times, though. And her husband seemed concerned anyway. Of course he is. Old Ulmyth seems distracted, starts spending more and more time out in the ruins, watching the goats, or so she says. I'd be concerned too. Is that really the story? Sometimes she wouldn't even come home at night. Guy seems at a loss. Sounded like they needed better communication, I said. They continue on. How exactly do you get people to tell you these things? Trustworthy face and sensible outfit. How else? Clouds grow like lichen over the sky. They pick their way through the building bones until a shout rings out from close by. Come on, come on! Up the hill, a woman stands against a monument. Come on! Her gaze darts between the sky and the shadows of approaching Morthagi. We can defend her, I think, although... Doesn't matter if she gets hit. Let's sneak in while she's got their attention. Wait, really? The situation only improves with dead Morthagi. Let's make that happen as quickly as possible. From pillar to wall, they move in quietly. The nice thing about this choice is we enter in stealth, which is something excellent. We also control this lady, so she can truly just go hide in a corner. But a stealthed Jade is particularly valuable. It is pretty likely we get surrounded, or at least revealed, so we will group up here. It's not a tough set, but yeah. I need to be careful. They have no target, so they will search, so we chill. Yeah, see them doing it. They're gonna wander and look around. Yeah, they see us. It's fine. An unfortunate search. Let's see. Yep, some damage comes in. It'll be fine. I'm not super worried about this. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, she can hit everything because she has an obscene defense here. Yeah, that's good. Let's just clock this and then hopefully hit everything. Cool. Nice thing about that is it means... we can get good clobbers here. Do want to kill these things, huh? Where's the best angle? I think it's here, because it hits all of them. Yes. Hopefully you hit something. Or everything just blocks. Okay, that's very bad. It's heroism time, kids. I need to actually end something here. Should give me another round with movement. What's the best solution here? I can compulsively make something move and force the retaliation, which is really good. Or, you know, he can just miss everything, right? Interesting, huh? Nice thing about that is that I can move here now, take a stab, let's see, what if I swap weapon? I can kill up there. Yeah, that's worth it. Get rid of that sommelier. Okay. She's also here. She will advance, because sure, why not? If she gets hit, it's no big deal. Some damage into Wildermyth, sadly. Oof. Some shred. And incoming enemies. Awful. Advance friend. Hit that friend. Good job. Swap weapons. I think we can assassinate virtually everything from this corner. Yeah, we can. First the sommelier. Then it's the wardrobe. Then it's the spectic. Look how strong she is with the Thornfang procs. And then she swaps weapon and she kills this thing. And just cleans it. Everything is cleaned up now. He will walk up. Can I compulsively force something to get itself killed? Sure can. It's unfortunate, but we can now do a double hit, which I really like here. Yeah. Worth it. It kills the Weldling, which would have breathed fire on us. We're going to take a hit from this Watchman. Maybe I can just send her in. If she gets hit and walls up here, that's a win by me. Batchby incoming. Yeah, great. She gets chopped. Cool. The woman manages to stumble behind some ruins, escaping the attention of the monsters. Cool. I have no problems with her taking that hit for me, by the way. It's actually extremely good. Nope, get that kill. And then we have this friend compulsively walk into this and get murdered. That's actually really strong. I quite like that. Compulsion doing a lot of work there, huh? Cool. Even though she got attacked and wrecked, no big deal. That is a level 3 sword, huh? It's pretty good if anyone needed this. No, I can't swap any of these out, sadly. We have to salvage this for ingots, yeah. Warding, though, is good. Who needs this? Blutana for sure. Puts her over a threshold. Look at that. 3 warding. Good. Cool. The clouds begin to disperse, and Blutana regards the woman who is now rubbing her arms and staring at the ground. Wildermyth? Do I know you? Your husband sends his regards. She's sad. So what's the story? Watching the goats? The goats do like it here. They climb the ruins. Behold, goats. But that's not when this field began to get more dangerous. I thought it might be time to finally use the storm well here. This? What is it? Well, surprised you haven't heard of it. This thing's been on the family land forever. Aunt said it was Kyoran. We had stories that could, well, this is going to sound crazy, but that it could give you power. And my family are abysmal storytellers, see? Terrible imaginations. So I thought, well, maybe they're not just stories. Maybe I could, protect the goats. Bah! And my husband, my Corey, if I could get a hold of that power. It takes research, some old family recipes and time. Lots of time to get a Stormwell to give up its secrets. I didn't want to tell Corey. Rather, he came up with a story of his own. Better than the story of a goat herd trying to wear a hat 2 sizes too big for her. It's a shame, though. I needed maybe one more good storm. The clouds looked promising today, and I thought I could finish this process before the monsters got here, but no such luck. It was silly, now that I've seen what fighting really is. I'm not cut out for it. Glad I never told Corey. So now you're going to count my goats and go home? Yeah. That is, unless one of you wants it. They're surprised. It's possible. Thunder stuff, huh? The sky's clearing now, but if you want to take me up on it, come back sometime. Ask for Wildermyth Grand, Corey too. We'll feed you, put you up, give you otherworldly powers, fill folk hospitality, you know. They think about it a little bit. Okay, good combat overall. We could realistically do this, which is kind of an interesting one to me. Who would take storm powers? Would this man do anything with it? I like his staff. I do really like the foot version of it. The foot is good from a perspective of having a free action that stuns things and can be generally powerful. I'll have to think about it a bit. Does this find a 28 days? How much does it take to scout this? 18. What do I get from collecting this, huh? Doesn't tell me. Hold up. It's a heartwood and an ingot. I would take a heartwood, yeah. I think I'm just going to work faster on this. Well, no, I think I will take the item because Blutana took 6 damage and needs to heal. Block that in? Yeah, fine. Oh, wow. Withstanding attacks, huh? Fancy that. Block plus 5. It's good. It's really good seeing that on someone. Yeah, Blutana can have it, sure. It's really surprising this thing defended successfully. Wow. Alright, let's go scout ahead now. What is this? Thrixl, Mindworm. I can kick out a couple of these. It should be fine, right? I don't really care about the extra health on this thing. Mindworm. I'm going to save my legacy points. These are not particularly stressful improvements that they get. Yeah, sadly, it is broken there. If I can finish this chapter here before this town falls, that'll be good. Yeah. Final fight of the chapter, huh? Really, it's kind of surprising that this is all that there is in Chapter 3, huh? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if I can stop this before the Thrixl incursion gets in, it's pretty solid. Let's see. I can actually wait for her to full heal. Yeah, okay, that's smart. It's just 1 HP for free. Yeah, okay. I'll take 4 of them. Final fight of the chapter. Okay. Only 4 people this time, but maybe we get Madwing back, so alright, let's do it. The Princess of Light. The lush landscape swells, shimmering scents blow by. Overhead, the clouds ball like string, yield thread to the intricate lineations of stratospheric lights. Pollen-sweet melodies drift from the swaying foliage, ephemeral warm hums fall on the ear like snow. The colors don't ever stay the same. But it's, where are we? All doors go somewhere. This is the other side of the glimmer scene. Terrafract is our word for it. I don't know if the Thrixl call it anything but home. A terrafract? But is it any of it real? Oh, it's all real, palpable, flavorful. See? Naked of its shell, reality's this soft, pliable thing. Here there are very few hard laws to contain it. Folks said you always had a magnificent way with words. I'm sorry, it's hypnotic. That's all right. It's good speaking to someone like this. Again. Here, winds are born of wondering. Here, imagining the golden glow of a bitter plum, you might make the stars turn amber and drip out of the night. Here, every fantasy you have might be constellated around you, articulated, whole, interactive, but always morphing. Weird. I mean, it seems stable to me. I'm holding it still, mostly. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry. I'm kind of losing my grasp on things. But in my dream... You'd be throwing your lives away for a person who'd been gone so long she can barely remember Elsie's face. You were imprisoned. You were afraid. And weren't you? Oh, well, yeah. But then I was able to forge a way out. See, I found that I had the power to traverse this world. I was born with that power, the same way you were, Madwing. Forgive me for interrupting, but I am absolutely itching to comment. Oh, he's here too? No? I am, but lately arrived. You seem so kind, so resourceful, but to paraphrase a dear friend, seeming is a weapon we wield like a sword, is it not? Wait. Milady, I am done waiting. My hesitation has only ever brought others pain. How do you know the Moth, man? You're acquainted with this cosmic vagrant, this light-lorn lostling? Yeah. He helped us save your sister, actually. Did you know he's the reason this all happened? The blood leads back to him. I fear that may actually be true. You mean you? Everyone that's been taken, hurt, and killed? Call it an accident of fate, little owl. Perhaps one day I will explain in full. For now, I may only unmask her. How could you even hope to? An old keepsake. From under his hat, the Mothman produces a moon. Here she may obscure her shadow, but the glow of home is ever honest. Stop! How? She splits into a momentary spectrum of presence, then resolves. Look what they have wrought from the girl who was Eluna. Enough. I wrought myself. You should understand what that means. The borrowed moon withers in his hands. Her shape returns to normal. Her voice, however, exercises its profound new depth, unfurling words that are heart-glazing, assuring, and powerful. All I wanted, dear Madwing, was to ease you toward the truth. But now you've seen me. Please understand, it is for the best. I am no longer Eluna Arkwright as you know her, but I have become something greater. Ecthis is my name. Ecthis, the Queen of Light. I believe we would all have preferred Eluna. I'm sure you would. You like us frail and ignorant. No, Eluna was anything but frail. That much is obvious. A coward like me knows courage when he sees it. You never knew me. You weren't down in that pit with us. I wasn't pulled out. I emerged from the muck, and I did it because I was. I am different. This world has too much for the others, but I mastered it. The Thrixl brought me to this place, but I made myself its queen. A queen must prove her patience, milady. You are but a princess still. You're asking for my intolerance. Better for you if you remove yourself. Please, though, Lady Ecthis, Queen Ecthis, if that's what you like. You called me here, crossed the fabric of dreams, or whatever that is, and maybe it was to ensnare me, or maybe, deep down, didn't you still want to be saved? Oh, no, I was just tricking you, but, look, it's not complicated, Madwing. This is our time. We're ascendant, and I mean all of us, together, humanity. You have the gift that was dormant in me. Even this Mothman of yours could join us. I don't mind. It's not important. And yes, the Thrixl destroyed lives searching for me. Too many lives. But I am here now. I will lead this world into a new epoch, and I'll fashion you as my first and finest companion. And I cannot allow that to happen. Ah, but you must see it. It's already happening. You can buy wings at any costume shop these days. Madwing is confused. Regardless, it's just a matter of time now, and I await the res. In that case, I will stop the clock. She looks unamused. I have only ever acted late, dear bird. Consider this my apology. But what? She is too powerful for any of us, but I have a few tricks left. One day I shall come and tell you everything. For now, though... Oh, she looks back. A crackling flash announces Madwing's sudden unbuckling. He falls through a tunnel of luminous abstraction into broad, bland daylight. Madwing! He appears to his brother's frantic eyes, and searching calls, and staggers against mossy rocks. Hey, you alright? Easy there. Oh, I've got... He's over here. We owe that Mothman one more time, huh? But are those wings? I feel weird. Madwing promptly faints, Freyland catching him before he falls too hard. He's weak. Gweck. We should get off their doorstep. Thrixl surge out of the open, folding air. Madwing's vulnerable. Can't exactly move away safely, can we? Hold as long as we can, then. Oh god, alright. Survive and protect Madwing. 2 nightmares, Thrusks, 2 seekers, and unresting ones. Can he move? What are his status effects? Stunned, he cannot take any actions. Oh, so we're just in an awful location, is what you mean to tell me? Well, I'll tell you what, I am really good at defending an area. And when I say really good, I mean really, really good. I can just walk an enemy into this, can't I? It's really good. That is very strong. Let's see. Campfire. Illuminate. Yep. And now I can compulsively move this dude into range to get him killed. Excellent job. 3 kills. And they have vigilance, so they get extra rounds. Now, okay. I think for now it is a silk... Oh, there's enemies down south too? This is bad, huh? Okay. Oof. Not good. Yikes. Oh, that's a good crit. Alistair getting free kills is excellent news. Okay, now I think it is not ideal. He's still stunned, isn't he? I can compulsively move this dude, huh? Interesting. I need to stay away from infused scenery here. So I will... Let's see, I will interfuse with the rocks for versatility, I think. I'm going to move Alistair here. Set up a guard. Now I want you to compulsively force the unrelenting one. Ah, it can't walk in range, can it? That is in range, isn't it? Oh, plus 100% stunned? That's weird that it works this way, huh? Does this, like, show me the RNG? It does, doesn't it? Huh. Interesting. So I can cheat the RNG by doing this? It's kind of really strange that it lets me do that. I need to stay here, so we'll put up Guardian on Wildermyth too, for sure. And now I'm going to compulsively move this thing in such a way that it says 0%. This feels a little cheesy. Yeah. Oh, it stuns the man that I don't actually care, huh? Yeah, this thing just gets beaten, though. That's a really good way of killing that. Wow, okay. Wow, that was exceptionally strong. We just killed an unresting one for free. Huh. I could advance her, but she needs flanking hits here. So I think we actually just chill a little bit. Yeah, I think we wait and body block. And we chill. Yeah, okay. Yep. Stone armor shredded. I blocked, but it splits it, which is good. Nice punch. They're going to be very hesitant to advance. We have spent all of our reactions, though. But this is okay. Good Star Swelter. Okay, this is actually okay. We've been surrounded. Sorry, I had to move a little bit. I might have gotten a little extra loud there. But look, we're surrounded, which means we just cleave everything. Yeah, he has Paladin, which makes this very strong. And now we're talking, because this is how Jade kills everything. Yeah, she just walks through, stabs everything repeatedly. Yeah, gets that, which gives her 2 actions back, so now she gets free reign to move again. We're going to do more Guardian stuff here. Can I compulse this unrelenting one here? What's my range on this? He'd have to move up here. Yeah, he'd have to move up here to get it. I don't know if this actually shows up correctly, but we'll see. Here, move it up. Does this work? It stuns him. It said 0% on all of these people, though. Oh, but it stunned her. Okay. So, interesting. That will hit her as well. Yep. Good pin. Interesting how the stun behaves there. I don't think it behaves the way I expected. Good block. Good block. Ooh, that is some damage, huh? Oof. Good warding, though. Incoming enemies. This rock is posing some concern for me, huh? Good dodge. Ah, good cleave, actually. Okay. I can remove Mind Worm. Good. Now, Wildermyth will... See, I want to kill this Unrelenting one very badly. Yeah, so here's what we do. We go here. And now Wildermyth swings into it. If it hits, it works. Great. If it misses, it still clocks. It's a good cleave. You should now be able to murder. Ah, Bard, huh? I will use Heroism here, I think. We're in a good position to take dominant control of this combat if I finish this. Good kill. Okay, that puts me in an excellent state. You took some damage, friend. You can attack and defend, but we can't... Yeah, we can't do anything else here. Yeah, okay, so here's what we do. We now do Compulsion. Let's see. Compulsion is so strong here. I could Steal Fire and just kill one, but why bother? I can just force it to kill itself. How many do you have now? You have enough. Who is controlling this? Looks to be this nightmare here, I believe. Yeah, here, we're going to do Compulsion here. He's going to walk up and get destroyed. Excellent. Good crit as well. Cool. Nice. We're going to deal with this Thrixl, I think. 93%, very good. That now gives us movement. We've cleared everything in the back area, so it's just this nightmare. It's a good thing we have so many very powerful warriors here that can lock down arenas. And she's also assassinating things. That does clear out the stone, by the way, which is great news. Can't take a shot anywhere. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll move up now. Next to Wildermyth, I think. And that'll end our turn. Stridulation. It's going to take a swing, but probably at Alistair. Not good. We kill the Nightmare. Let's see, what else is there? Another Nightmare. We're in pretty good condition here. We're on turn 5. Don't stand next to this, by the way. Advancing is bad. Just truly. So set up a double Guardian here, because this is truly my strategy. Nothing is in range for Compulsion. I need to advance him up here now to get him in range there. Yeah, we can get the Bard to kill itself. Cool. Yeah, it turns out that's very strong. Yeah, it just dies, which tosses the Stridulation and its Interfuse. We can just go assassinate it, right? There's nothing that stops me from just going and killing it here. Oh, except you know there being a dragon, I suppose. Okay, there are some enemies still. We will not disrespect this combat too much then. Let us retreat. Yeah, that dragon, Dweaver, Bard, that's fine. Enemies are spawning, but we're in pretty good shape here. Alright, let's move back now. Fine. Cool, another round successfully defended. What is this? The Bard is revealing itself. Oh, well, it just got punched. Great job, friend. You nailed it. There's the Drathics. Okay. The Drathics being the scariest part of this, for sure. Oof, Kiniston. Alright, can I control this and move it up? I sure can. I sure can. Alright, we're just going to stay defending. This is a really good strategy. This dude has become a critical component of my run in unbelievable fashion. Yeah, truly. Yeah, walk up here, bud. Good chop. And then we use that to get critical hits here and end the Drathix entirely. Let's see, can I shoot one of these? 81%. It's worthwhile, I think. Yeah, alright, good. That keeps the Thornfang. That's around. Ah, shame. Good. Shame our friend takes that hit. Alright. This next turn is the last turn that we have to survive, huh? Kinistant. Oh boy. Teleports in, swings on Wildermyth. Good block. And the Drathix is here. Okay. Big turn time. We could lose Freyland. He is weak here by comparison. I need to remove the Mindworm. Remember our friend can swing into multiple enemies here. And then also guard. Yeah. All these blocks are really unfortunate. It's time for heroism, I think. This is the last turn. Yep. That should proc a move. Excellent. Killing the Nightmare and this Dweaver. Ooh, we get the Spirit Blade bonus here. Ho ho ho. Good kill. Killing the Drathix is huge value. And then I can compulse. See, I can compulse this Dweaver in to get him killed, I think. Good. I need to draw attention, so I need to not be in stealth on this turn. It's fine. It'll have to do. We could get assassinated here. There are a lot of enemies, but we do have a defense up. Ugh. Ah, gross. He got stasised. Yeah, okay. Hit Alistair is the real thing. Chrysalis? I mean, the Chrysalis is in the way, which is just great news. Actually, just body blocking yourself. Thank you, friend. Okay. Oh, alright, great job. We did it. Okay, we did it. That was close. He got swung at for 4. What does he have? Oh, he has moth wings? What the hell? Oh, interesting. Suddenly this dude became pretty cool, huh? Neat. Alright, well, I'm not throwing him away all of a sudden now. Alright, great job. We didn't die. Which is truly the best I could say. He levels up. I can upgrade Witherbolt, which is nice. Let's see, would increase it by 1 damage. That's not amazing. Ignite, I already told you I don't really feel like that's what I want for him. He doesn't have upgraded armor, by the way, which is potentially a problem. He's the Arches. Witherbolt. Elementalist is not bad. Turning the Arches Plus into a Splinter Salvo enabled action, which is pretty good. I do like that. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll take Elementalist here. Unfinished. Under the cloak of Madwing's new magic, they vanish. Pursuing Thrixl fan out to find them, but the company dodges detection among trunks and evening fog. They get little sleep, day and night, coming home to Windy Moss, safe and exhausted. Shame. Hey there. Bad time, I'm sorry. You know your wings shine in the fire. Oh, hi. Why aren't you asleep? I wanted to say, you should sleep here. You'll feel better, I'll feel better. Don't sleep in that bed where she can seemingly reach you. Yeah, say, I could use some company. What's... oh. Shame I got left with moth wings. Would have preferred a prettier thing. Maybe they'll come into fashion. He appeared that morning. Told us where to wait. We were close, but we would have been out of reach. Planted some kind of beacon that guide us. Then said he was off to make sure you wouldn't be late. Wish I'd done more. We can all do better, but we're not beaten. Maybe. Well, but if it's Eluna's, if this Ecthis is some kind of queen of Thrixl now, are we in more trouble or less? Does she want us dead? What does she want? I'll walk outside with me. They walk. My mom used to warn me, the most dangerous people I'd meet would be the ones with nothing to lose. Eluna and the Mothman, they're beings of a similar order now. Closer to each other, I think, than we are to either of them. But they're different in this respect. He's afraid. And she's not? She's... well, he sees her. I don't think she's got any reason to fear. Eluna, Ecthis, she's unattached in a way. Maybe unfinished. And I think she sees us all that way. I just wish I'd been able to listen a little longer. Her voice is... You sound like you're in love. What, you want me to call her nasty and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, but if Ecthis is Thrixl now, for good and all, there's only one way we've seen it end, right? The peace that comes will be a balm to many. 6 more years they can shovel onto the bones of bad memories and good friends. But some are unable to forget. Their blood, their bodies remind them. To them, the dragging seasons will peel up scabs, and they'll continue to listen for rumor of Eluna or the Moth. Get a lot of money and stuff. That should be chapter end. Oh boy, we lived. I was close. We need to upgrade that dude's armor stat if he's an important part of this mission. Getting like no reductions in calamities either on chapter end, which is tough. Alright, during the years of peace. Alistair's secrets gnawed away at his insides. Hey, guess what I just found out? What? The Parched Perch is going to have a brambleberry meat again this season. Isn't that great? Oh, yes, great. Jade was acquired by a family of cats for a few seasons. She would watch them stalk birds in the mornings and meditate on cycles of life and death. Ballad noticed that the town hall at Trustyfound had fallen into disrepair during all the conflict, so she passed the summer helping to rebuild it. Freylin spent his spare time carving amusing faces into trees and decided a few more canvases were just what the world needed. Galithian Earthworks was unique in that it consisted of a small group of women who had taken a vow of silence. Jade tried working there, but quit after 2 weeks. There's silence and then there's silence, you know? That's funny. Alright, we do not want our friend... Let's see, we do not want Ballad to transform. We say no. Interesting. I can... I think we want to keep the wand active. I don't want to transform his arm away. I think the arm matters for purposes of getting spell damage from things. I think that will matter a lot, actually. Yeah, giving up all that spell damage seems really bad, so we skip that. I would take the feet from Sylvan, though. I think they're very good. Okay, I need to upgrade everything. Armor first. Also, Madwing, you need some actual gear here, bud. Yeah, great news. Here, have some durability armor. Please and thank you. Stop being so weak. This is necessary. Okay. Armor's going to be a big one. I don't actually think anyone's retiring, right? 39, 46, 36. It's kind of interesting. No one is retiring at this stage. Huh, fair enough. In which case, upgrading armor is probably the most important thing I could do. Although, her dagger is really important too. She's already strong enough, I think. Let's do... Let's see, if I give him some beefcake armor. It's pretty strong. It's actually not that expensive either. I don't need to upgrade his staff or his wand right now, I don't think. I would rather upgrade armor across the board. Yes, pretty confident in that statement. Let's do... Jade's armor is good, I think. 5 hides, 4 hides. I can upgrade one of their armors. She doesn't need armor as badly, I don't think. She has a good dodge. I'm going to upgrade both of the Mystics' armors here, actually. I think this is correct. Yeah, I think so. It's interesting. I maybe don't recruit anyone else. This 5 group is probably really strong here. Yeah, I think so. I will upgrade their 2 armors here. I'm pretty confident in this. I want them to be a more durable group. Cool. Alright. I have 13 legacy points. I will be spending that. We're going to upgrade Alistair's sword. Will we? 3 spell threads there. 2 spell threads. It's going to be 2 legacy points, I think, to do this. So, yeah, we're going to upgrade his sword. Absolutely. I'm going to go down here. This is what, yeah, 2 legacy points for her to upgrade her dagger. That's huge value. Absolutely. And then I think that's going to be all we get here. Yeah, 9 there, no way. 8 there, no way. I can't upgrade 2 for her bow, but I don't think that matters too much right now. It's just a pinch hitter. 5 for his wand. Yeah, we got a lot stronger here. A lot stronger. Excellent. Cool. All right, we'll move on from here. 11 legacy points chilling. Great job. Oh, nothing. The shadows just automatically deepen. Okay. Okay, we get thrust into something. We'll walk through this, and then that'll be the end of the episode. Yeah. Signal smoke. Can't you just explain? I trained myself up here. It's the first time anything like this has occurred. You'll want to see it. I forgot what a height this could be is all. But the glow, it's still out there, see? Little south of... Yeah, where am I supposed... Oh. A green-gray smudge disturbs the distance. What do you think it is, Madwing? Is it something? Well, Elias, I'll tell it what. Oh, that's Elsie? Oh, wow. Well, Elsie, I'll tell you what. I think it's him. The old Mothman. Would he advertise his position like that, plainly, out in the day? It isn't his style. Sure, but why do people burn flag leaf? Cry for help would be his last resort, I'm sure. It wouldn't be hard to follow. It certainly looks similar to the signal he raised when we were looking for you. Even so, Elsie Arkwright's the one who called your attention to it, right? Remember who her sister is? You have any reason for believing it's our Mothman? It's almost like I can read his signature. In the shade of the light, I can feel him calling out to me. One day I shall come and tell you everything. I don't see what choice we have. Good or bad, we have to figure out what it means. Weirdly, I do agree. Elsie enters quietly from outside. Perhaps it's intrusive of me to try and say anything, but... This Mothman, his intervention is what led to my rescue, right? And the others you saved. Let me go. I've been training for this. I owe it to him. Elsie? No, you're right, Madwing. To sit here not knowing would be worse, wouldn't it? All right, then. Who's going to go? Hey, did you hear me? We did. Oh, yes. You don't want to go out there, Elsie. We bleed out there. We face nightmares. It's... But Alistair, she's ready. Elsie's experienced things that might have broken any of us. She's survived. She's worked and made herself strong. We don't have to send her by herself, but maybe it's time to bring her along? Do you not trust me? They look at her. Well, I understand that you're fighting who used to be my sister, but I've grown up in a different world than you. You fought the battles, yeah, but us, we all suffered. That's not your fault, it's just, we didn't get a choice. I'll tell you, when we were down there, it all felt inevitable. One by one, our doom would devour us, turn us into monsters. But my memory of that time is blurred. I remember the hideous blue light, the hidden purple door, and the smell of rotten leaves. My sister's voice. I'm not afraid to evoke her name, Eluna. She promised I'd make it home again, and thanks to you I'm here. Today I'm ready to choose my fate and face the things that forced us to suffer, force my sister to change. So please. Interesting, we could bring her along or leave her behind. I mean, she's gonna be weak, but I'll bring her along. She can at least, she can defend stuff, I think. Yeah, sure, why not, friend? I won't raise a big fuss, I guess, but no turning against us at the final pivotal moment, alright? You have my gratitude, truly, and I'm cognizant of the price I could pay. Madwing helps Elsie find a place she's comfortable wielding. And soon the company is assembled, pursuing the strange signal that glows, fades, and reappears beyond the hills. Mom would say fate's folded by the measure of each horizon. That's what I'll say now. Okay, Elsie. I respect that you're here. Truly. But you're terrible. She's absolutely abysmal. Her stats aren't great either. I don't know. Okay, fair enough. We have to save the Mothman here, huh? Ugh, this invasion has gotten really bad. I think I need to deal with this. Ugh, Deepists are infesting, Thrixl are infesting. There's a lot of enemies here that are going to be a problem if I don't deal with them, huh? Okay, first things first. I'm going to send Elsie here to build over here. Cool, she's going to go finish upgrading this location. Do I need to clear these out? They're going to represent a threat to us. Yeah, they are. Okay, well, we'll figure it out when we get back, because that is enough for this episode, goodness. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And come back next time to see what's happening here, I suppose. And what happens when we save the Mothman. Yeah, take care, folks.